Good day, all. I'm Jackie, and I'm here today with Vanessa.
Welcome to Let's Chat 360 Alberta.
That's right, and our very first guest today, it's going to be a bit of a switch because Vanessa, not only are you hosting today, but I get to interview you, Vanessa Laybourne, and your partner, Graham Missel, from Fort Fit.
Yes, and our second guest I'll be interviewing is Brianna Campula-Young from Agriculture Foods.
Yeah, that's right, Agriculture Food Council. So let's take a listen and hear what's happening. We're going to get down and we're going to get a little sweaty here right now, and we're going to talk fitness. And my guests are Vanessa Laybourne and Graham Missel. And tell me a little bit about Fort Fit. Graham, tell me how it came to be.
About 3 years ago, Johnny B. Fit unfortunately had to close their doors, and that was like a second home for a lot of us. And there was a void in a lot of people's lives, so we decided that I decided that I wanted to keep teaching, and we had a good following, so I started up Fort Fit, kind of fill that hole that everybody was looking for. So we had quite a few people come over from Johnny B. Fit. I was able to talk to Barb. She was the owner of Johnny B. Fit, and got a bunch of the equipment, and we found a spot in the basement of a community Baptist church, and we started teaching out of there, and we've been going for the last 3 years now.
So tell me a little bit about the courses or the classes that you run, Vanessa.
Well, currently I do the 6 a.m. classes. I've always liked the morning workouts, and I work full-time, not as a fitness instructor. So there was a need for 6 a.m. classes. It's a boot camp. There is all levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and Graham offers evening classes.
And how would I register, or how do I get involved with Fort Fit?
We're on Facebook. That's basically where we're at right now. We don't have a website, but on Fort Fit, Group Fitness and Boot Camp is on what it's called on Facebook, and you just register right there, and then it's all online registration between myself and Vanessa, or they can come in and pay cash, and it's pretty easy. There's all drop-ins, and morning classes registered as well because she's the other instructor. So
I can't imagine being up and exercising at 6 o'clock in the morning. Just saying. Vanessa, if we came to your class, what do we expect? What does a typical class look like?
Just saying it's the best time of day to work out. With my class, you get a 45 minutes in the morning, so you're able to get home and get ready. But you can expect anywhere from cardio, portable equipment, static movements. It's all levels. So the women I have mostly women in the mornings right now. There's a few gentlemen that are joining us, but we do strength training, cardio, all of it pretty much.
And then I get all sweaty and I have to get changed and go to work. Is that how that works?
Yes, that's how it works. And that's why we do it at 6 a.m. for the people that can come in that early. And they're done within 45 minutes, out the door, heading home to get ready and head to work.
Now, Graham, you do some community activities, and you also do some group activities beyond the boot camps. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the activities that you have done or you've gotten groups together to do?
Every year we try to do as many races as we can. So we participate in the Death Race and Sinister 7 and Spartan races and a bunch of the other obstacle course races. So when I'm going to a race, I'll ask if anybody else is interested, and we usually can fill up 2 or 3 teams, and we put them in and head on out. And especially a bunch of the new people that have never ran before, they're a little nervous and they don't want to try and venture out on their own. So we kind of just take them with us and show them the ropes, and a lot of people now have started their own teams and been taking other people out.
It's a big growing fad. No, it's not a fad. It's a way of life. You went out to Canmore recently, took a team, Vanessa. Was it all work, or was there some play involved?
Mostly all work. No, there's always play involved when we head out to these races. With my groups, I tend to be the beginner. People come to my classes to start. I find myself as I can be very tough instructor, but also a very kind, passionate beginner instructor. I can do all levels, but that's where my passion is, getting you off the couch, getting you started. The group I took to Canmore over Thanksgiving weekend, they wanted to run a race, and there was out of 8 of us, there was only 2 of us that had ran the race before. The rest were first timers. So it's fantastic, and it was all women, and not that we only do the races for all women. It's men, women, children, everything. But this one was really neat. And prior to this, I've done like learn to run for a lot of the beginners. Their first 5Ks, their first 10Ks. So it's very community based, and we become a family after. I find with our boot camps, like
Absolutely.
we did at Johnny Be Fit, it's very family orientated, and we're like, I don't know, it's just very community based. And then when you go and spend a weekend together to run a race, you just learn a lot about those people, and then they tend to follow you and join your classes at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Friends for life. Tell me a story, something that that is very vivid in your mind, Graham, of the benefit of having been part of the boot camp.
Well, for myself, the benefit, I used to be very overweight. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. I started exercising and changing my diet, and then I hit a plateau, and I couldn't progress any farther. So my sister actually got me involved with Barb at Johnny Be Fit, and that's where I lost the remainder of my weight. And after a little while there, about a year, she asked me, she's like, well, you're doing really good, do you want to teach? And I was like, sure, why not? Let's give it a try. And that's where it all started from, was just changing lifestyle, changing how you view your life, and just deciding when's enough to you want to start losing weight. And it's not a short time commitment, it's a lifetime goal.
And I think I can contest to Graham with that. We both did this for lifestyle changes. It's not a fad, it's not a 6-week get skinny program. We are in it for long term. We're not going anywhere. We're very passionate about our lives being healthy, and we just want to help others get off the couch and come out and feel at home. You're not in a box gym, you're not tied to a contract. You come and you start off slow, and we work with you and progress you to where you want to be, to what you feel is how you can keep up with your fitness, whether it's 1 day a week or 3 days a week, and whether it's 6 a.m.s or 6:45 p.m.s. And each class, like Graham can agree, is based on each individual. You come to a group session, you work at your own pace, and we are very good at directing that and working with individuals, even though it is a group class.
You might even get me off the couch to get out there. Whoa.
At 6 a.m.?
No, I like Graham's time better, thank you.
Yeah, after dinner, that's right.
After dinner.
But we have all ages as well. Like I have some 15, 16-year-olds, and I have a few 65-year-olds that come to class. And
Yeah, I have a high school student that does my 6 a.m. classes.
All right, tell us where, what the intake is. Come anytime? Do I start at a certain time?
No, there's drop-in classes. My 6 a.m.s are usually registered, and I run them at a 4-week period. And I usually run September until June, but you're welcome to drop in at any time, and you can start up any time.
And I run year-round. Yeah, it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6:45 to 7:45. And the only time I take off is if I'm going on holiday somewhere. But usually I'll get a substitute instructor to come in. So, and it's all drop-in. My class isn't registered, and it's strictly drop-in, or we offer a flex pass as well. And it's just a punch card that I keep with me, so people don't have to bring money each time.
So it looks like you might get a few more of us out there. I just don't know about the 6 a.m. yet, but the 6:45 p.m. sounds a little more enticing. My guests today have been Vanessa Laybourne and Graham Missel, and it is Fort Fit for a good time and for a long-term friendships. I think that's what your goal is.
Yeah, if you're looking for a lifestyle change, but you want a family and a community, check out Fort Fit. Their boot camps, our boot camps, are very family friendly. Graham offers childcare in the evenings if that's an issue for you. I don't have childcare at 6 a.m. because most babies are still sleeping.
Yeah. No, there's a playroom right next to where we work out, and there's always kids in there. People always bring their children with them, so I bring my children with me, and they go and they play for the hour that we're there.
Hi, I'm Tawny Missick with Royal LePage & Royalty Real Estate. I'm here at one of my listings in Fort Saskatchewan, my hometown. If you're looking to buy, sell, or relocate, trust your local realtor. Give me a shout at 780-902-7172.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. And our next guest is Brianna Kumpula-Young. And Brianna, you're involved in a agri-food mentorship program with AFC, Agriculture Food Council. Tell us a little bit about that.
Perfect. So the Agriculture and Food Council and the Alberta Rural Development Network have an agribusiness mentorship program. So we pair people that have been in the agri-food industry for a long time or have business expertise to share with somebody who is a new entrant into developing their business or developing a new product line.
And how would people get involved into this mentorship program?
So we do it based on a cohort model, and so our next intake will be in January, and people come to a pairing event and they get to meet some of the mentors and the other mentees, and then we pair people up at the end based on what they're looking for, and then they get to work with their mentor for 4 months, and then there's an event at the end to connect people again.
And the businesses that would come into this mentorship, what do you think what can they expect to get from the mentorship or come away from there?
I think each person gets things that are different depending on where their business is at. But what I think we do differently than a lot of places is we identify where is a person within the system that could really help that mentor move their business forward. So really looking through our entire network and finding out who could actually help them get there. So if they're stuck on a regulatory issue, who is somebody that can help them get past that, not just pairing them up with somebody who has expertise in business in general.
And how does the pairing happen? What do you guys do to match certain businesses up with the vendors, or
so we change it up depending on the feedback that we've received from various sessions. So the last time what we did was we did a little bit of a storytelling event where people were able to work with a facilitator to understand how do they better tell their story, or how do they pitch their company or the idea that they are working on. And then we did sort of a speed networking where each mentee got to meet with the mentors.
like
and
speed dating?
Yeah. And then they sent back to us and said who of the people there, who did they want to have as their mentor? Or sometimes there isn't somebody there, like we bring people based on what we think ahead of time. Okay. And sometimes there isn't somebody there that is a good match with them. And so we'll work with them to make sure that we find somebody.
That sounds fantastic. So is it mostly new businesses, new people that are coming to you, or is it a mixed match of current long-standing businesses?
It's mostly new businesses that are involved, or businesses that have been at a particular space in their business growth. So say somebody that's been at a farmer's market for a number of years and they now want to expand, they need to learn different skills and different connections in order to move into an approved facility, or how do they expand to selling outside of Alberta. So if you're at a particular point in your company where you need to grow beyond the skill set you have, or if it's somebody that's new that doesn't even know where to begin. They have this great idea, they're really passionate, but they don't know the regulations. They don't know that they need a business license, like those basic things. So we have people in both of those categories.
And they come to you. So where can they find all this information to reach out to you if they need the help?
Our stuff is on the website, so people can go there and click on the mentorship link, and they'll be able to read a bit more about it and register.
And you were mentioning your next intake is in January?
Yep.
Do you have one success story or something that stands out to you that you'd like to share?
So one that I know of that I've heard her speak, and she's quite passionate about her project, is Chan Chan with Myco Innovations. So we paired her up with a very big company in Edmonton called Kitchen Partners. They service like the food service industry, and like they have hundreds of employees, and she just had an idea and was growing mushrooms, and particularly things from her Chinese background that people might want to have here. And so in pairing those two together, she was able to better understand who her market was, update her packaging, identify different lines that she could use the mushrooms for. So instead of just having raw mushrooms that people could buy, they started doing dried mushrooms that could be added into dips and soups. So she was able to expand and make a better product.
Just by getting in touch with you guys and you reaching out and doing the matching for her.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Thanks for joining us, Brianna. So we look forward to hearing your further success stories from your January intake and perhaps down the road. Our guest today was Brianna Compula-Young and with the Agriculture Food Council. Well, Vanessa, that looks like it's a wrap for another Let's Chat.
360 Alberta, yes. Cheers.
Cheers.